Greg, how are you, mate? Brother, sorry I've taken so long to get back to you on your lesson. You were at the top of my list to get done, and so I am starting lessons again as of this moment. And you're the first one to receive a lesson, matey. So appreciate your patience as I got around to this one. And I'll try to get this across so you can kind of pick up, get a bit of an idea about what we're looking to work on with this lesson. Now, I've watched it a few times, everything that I've seen, and bro, look, I mean, you've got good fundamentals, bro. Good fundamentals. Like, it's very hard though when you're boxing to be boxing on a smooth floor like this. You see how much your feet are sliding around. Like, and I box, like I do Muay Thai, so I'm barefooted, so I don't have this as much of an issue here. So it's not so easy for us to review this footage, since like you've got this added dynamic of not being able to move forwards and back on this floor here, So, I mean, look how much you're slipping when you're trying to do things. But what I wanted to talk about is some conceptual stuff, right? So you're doing a good job of positioning yourself in a way to take these heavy strikes from your sparring partner here. So you're covering up good, except for there, not there, but here you're covering up good. But man, something that is very obvious while we watch this is that, like, you look like a tall guy, man. You've got long reach. Look at your reach, bro. And I haven't seen you use it at all yet. Not even once. What I mean by that is that you've, like that punch there, that jab you just threw, that was a long jab. But you're walking forwards, man. So what I mean, there's a problem here. Like, look at this right here. What just happened? Look at this again. It's same issues happening a couple of times here, right here. See that? So you've got your full reach here. Let's try to get this and slow it down. See what's happening here is you're focusing so much on moving forwards that you're sacrificing the God-given reach that you have for no reason. And this is typical stuff for new fighters. But man, the second that you start paying attention to your reach, and instead of moving forwards, it's better that you start moving, not engaging, and not engaging until they engage you. Stay long and pump that jab, bro. Pump the jab. Your head movement's fine. You're able to see punches. You're moving in a balanced way when you're avoiding strikes. When you're throwing strikes, though, you're losing balance a lot. Like, see here? Why? I'm curious why you're walking forwards, man. He's doing what you should be doing in this case. The fact that you're walking forwards, look, what's this here? So he's moving backwards and he flicks a jab. Boom. That's what you need to do, bro. That's absolutely what you need to do. Be patient. See, you're trying to hit him here. There's no rush. You're rushing to achieve nothing. Okay? So the thing is, you're prioritizing striking, you're being impatient, and you're obviously very comfortable receiving combinations and strikes. You've got a great guard. But that's that's not it shouldn't be a crutch for you. It shouldn't be something that you lean on to survive. And this is what I mean, like this technique that you're doing here, it's like this. That was a beautiful fake left hook. So I can see that you have the technical ability, but you're prioritizing things that don't make sense. Specifically don't make sense because of your build. Okay, now let's see the difference in between you and your sparring partner here. You see where how he's relaxed with his hands down, and I mean, it didn't serve him very well just there since he took that beautiful jab from you. But you threw the jab and then fell forwards into him. I don't know, you grabbed your hand there or something, but you're falling forwards. You need to be throwing that strike and then staying and pulling the hand back, staying at distance and preparing to throw again. You need to be sitting on the outside doing what you just did there. The beautiful jab, boom, but stay wide. Yeah, stay wide. I mean, I know you slipped over there, but this is what you're looking to do. Okay, so now the other thing that we're looking at here is I'm not seeing barely any head movement from you. Nice little L step there. So what we're seeing here, bro, okay, is when we're in this tense position where the pockets are overlapping, what's happening here is that there's tension between you and your training partner. So, any small movement from each other elicits a response from each other. So what happens here is, you end up in a situation where one of you wants to do that, which is release the pressure a little bit, do an L step to cut an angle, and what you did is great. But here in this position, rather than only relying on a simple footwork and an adjustment of your position, why don't you look to add in a little bit of head movement? So let's look at these couple of options, a couple of examples here. This head movement now. You see where Canelo is here. He's in the same position in relation to his opponent, in the same position as you were, where your pockets are overlapping. But look how much movement he has in his head. So right here, now you've got a situation where both the pockets are overlapping. In the example of you, what we're looking at is two rigid fighters that have basically turned into statues, and with little small movements to try to elicit a response so that you can explode into each other in another stage. As opposed to that, why don't you attempt to do this? See now what he's doing? So that now the pressure's on, the two pockets are overlapping. And see how Canelo's moving. The target, his target, his head, which is his opponent's target. It's very different to you, right? And from these moving positions, Canelo's able to throw strikes offensively and defensively. So your feet position are in a great place. This is, look at this. So from the bottom side here, he actually throws his lead side, bang, there. Man, this is a very basic technique that anybody can do. And if you just allow yourself to start to move your head in a little bit more of a organized manner, you're going to have a great time. So what do I mean by organized manner? I mean this pyramid drill stuff that I keep going over. I keep repeating every single time I'm online. I'm talking to people about moving like this. So you're in your position, get in your stance, drop down to your lead side like this, down, pop back up to the top. This is where you are in the top. And then from the bottom side, learn how to throw strikes. So this pyramid drill, these two parts here, okay, so you can see a bit of extra stuff that's going on here, which is exactly what Canelo did a second ago, where he's moving between the bottoms of the pyramid, weaving essentially. So what we're looking at here is a situation where, watch this right here, as Canelo That's exactly what he's doing. Okay? So instead of you just staying tall and directly in front of your guy, this is your moment. And see, you got it. You know how to do it. But you're not doing it all the time. You should be doing it now. Slip to the left, slip to the right, slip to the left, throw the strike, throw the strike on the way down, throw the strike on the way up. Stay long. Be in a position where you're not going to be hit by them so easily. And throw fake punches and start to pick them apart with your long arms, with your jabs. Okay, so let's now have a look at another great example of this being done. See these fake punches? Look at this as he steps in. Boom, boom. 2 fakes, man. What has happened to his opponent now? Through a Hail Mary kick, which was a great strategy, but look at his balance. Oh. Now look at all these fakes. Whoop, 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 fake. Oh, didn't throw it, but he's got his opponent thinking about it. Fake, 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 whoop, fake, fake, whoop, fake. Inside, now he's throwing a huge, powerful combination. That's exactly what's happening here. So, man, it's just a matter of you getting yourself into positions where you're going to be able to find yourself balanced and throw strikes. But we don't want to do it from too far outside of our reach. We want to do it right on where our pockets are overlapping. You can see clearly that both of them, if they were to stand still here in these positions, they would easily be able to reach out and touch each other with half an extension of an arm. So they're clearly inside each other's pockets. Now, what makes this work is the way that they're moving, the area within which they move their head. So what I mean by that is, if we just come back to the pyramid drill here, this is how we're throwing strikes in the pyramid drill, which I'm going to be releasing this in a little while. But part 1 and part 2, which you've already seen, I think, is this. I'm standing in the top position where you were. Drop to the lead side, drop to the rear side, drop to the lead side, throw a strike, retract it with your body. Rear side, throw the strike, retract it with your body. This sequence of movements is where I'm able to move with maximum balance, and because of the way that I'm moving my feet underneath me, where I'm going from 3 points there, heel and toe, I am always in a position where I have great balance. And also, as I rotate to my left side or to my right side, I'm rotating the rear foot. Okay, so there's my right foot, which is rear. There's my left foot, which is rear. And what I mean by this is, if we just go back a little bit here, you can see now that my upper body, even though my face is looking here, my upper body, if I was to turn to my right and look in that direction and look down at my feet, I would be in a southpaw position, right? My left foot would be behind my right foot, southpaw. Now, when we're moving in front of our opponents, there is only 2 stances, orthodox and southpaw, okay? And if I am square, which means not square in relation to them, but square in relation to myself, then I have lack of balance. Okay, so I must always be, look, I'll show you where I'm square here, right there. But it's a transition between orthodox and southpaw. I have to be square at some point, but I don't stay there. That's where I'm not remaining, okay? So here's the drill that you need to work on. Okay, just simply this first part, and I believe you've already got it sent to your email address. So I slip, come to the top, slip, come to the top, slip, throw the punch, retract, come to the top with nothing, throw the punch, retract. That's the drill. Okay, so try to get proficient at that, okay, and you're going to be doing well. All right, so lastly, bro, let's have a quick look at your shadowboxing, which is the best, man. Shadowboxing, if you can get this right, bro, your ability and your level is going to just skyrocket. Now, what I'm seeing here, bro, okay, is I'm seeing quite a lot of tension in your upper body. And why I'm able to see this is because your punches aren't reaching full extension. That was their full extension there. But what I'm seeing here especially in that one, okay, and this is here. Let's go to it in the timeline. See, for example, right there. You see how there's tension in your arm, okay, your right arm here as you throw forwards. And you can tell, I mean, it looks like you reached full extension, but it's quite doughy, the movement. There's no snap there as compared to some of the other strikes, okay? Let's have a little look at this. Now the other thing, bro, okay, look at here, right here. This little combination here is really nice, man. So you've got a 1, 1, 2, and then dig the body. But bro, look, and I'm being super picky here. We don't have too much time together, but I'm being super picky here. See how you're standing on 2 points here and rotating at the same time. This here is only going to work with you while you're young and athletic, okay? These movements where I'm rotating on 2 points, okay, are very difficult to do and to maintain at a high level, man. Especially as you start to slow down, so you might as well try to get it right earlier, okay? See what I'm doing as I rotate into my rear side here. It's not easy to see, but here I am at the top of the pyramid now, at the top into my standard position. And as I rotate to that side, notice that I go, there's 3 points on the floor right now. On my lead foot, toes and heel. On my rear foot, toes only. So toes and heel on the lead foot, okay? And now as I rotate backwards, notice that as I go now, there, okay? So let's have a little look at that. Notice what happens here as I rotate backwards. So here I'm going to rotate backwards now. See there? It goes 4 points, and then you see my rear foot touches, my rear heel touches. So for a millisecond, it's 4 points, and then 3 points again. Okay, back to 3 there. As compared to what we're seeing with you here. See how you're rotating on 2 feet, 2 toes, and it's the same time? Man, this is very difficult to do, bro. And I mean, you might get away with it for a little while, but if you're looking to move up and get to a higher level, this understanding and focus on the way you move is going to be super important. So in this position, man, you probably would have left 3 points on the floor, with your lead foot being 2 points and the rear foot being 1. Or if you were going to pull back onto your back foot to throw the strike, then your left foot would be up on your toes, okay? And your right foot would be down on 2 points. So the total of 3 be back foot 2 points, lead foot 1 point, okay? So this is very difficult to see, man, or feel, but it's extremely obvious, extremely clear. And as you're rotating like this, man, your balance is very difficult to maintain, okay? So let's just have one more little look at this little sequence here. Now, this is something that probably not everyone's going to point out to you, but I think it's important. You see how you're turning on your lead leg there? In order to do this, so say you've thrown a body shot there, bang, body shot, right? As you rotate back, we want to take one more small step there. I think this is in this pyramid. Yeah, this is actually in here, I think. yeah, it's here. Not here. Yeah, right here. There's the bot. There. No, I didn't actually throw the body shot. I should throw the body shot here. Boom. There it is. Okay, exactly what you just did, man. Okay, let's look at this. This is perfect. I found the right video. Here. So I step in. Not there. I think it's... where is it? I just seen it. There, it's right here. Yeah. Body shot, cut my angle. Okay. So I did, to be fair, lose a little balance right there as I put my rear foot down. But don't pay any attention to that. I want you to pay attention to the strike. So notice what I told you, okay? So you're turning on both feet. And notice where I'm getting to with my position. I step in, throw the shot, rotate back. Now watch what happens with my lead foot as I rotate back. See, I take a small extra step here. Boom. Now this extra step puts me in a position where as I rotate around, okay, my target should be still dead center. If I don't take that extra step and I rotate around, what happens is I end up in a position where my target is not in my pocket. Now I just... You see? You see the difference? See, you're throwing the shot, right? You're same shot as me. Boom, body shot. Pivoted on both feet at the same time. Your hip is in it, right? So people might overlook this. Your hip is involved, but as you retract now, as you retract the strike, you need to take another step there. Okay, so here's the step in, there's a beautiful 1-2, body shot. Now, as you throw the body shot, as you retract your body, okay, backwards there, you need to take one more step with your lead foot, okay, and fall forwards a little bit more, so that when you pivot, your target is still dead center. What you've done right now, if you did that on an opponent, is they would be outside your lead leg in a great position, and you were the one that put them there. All right. So, man, we need to start extending our hands more, paying more close attention to extending our arms more into our strikes, paying more close attention to your where your target is. Reference is in relation to the movements that you're doing. Okay, so let's have a little look at some. Hopefully there's a couple of combinations here. I think there is here somewhere. Yep. Now obviously I'm a Thai boxer, bro, so you know, forgive me for this stuff. I think that at the beginning, throw a couple of strikes, straights. See, see how slow I am? How slow I'm throwing the strikes. But see what's happening with my arm as I reach full extension. You can see that there's a slight shudder in my body as I snap to full extension. Okay? Now that's the difference. That's the difference that we're talking about. Okay? Compared to... You see? Your right is a there you go. When you speed up, it's a little bit more snappy, but man, you can easily see right now that your shoulders, so you've got broad shoulders, man, okay? And in some cases, I think that if you use them properly, they're a huge advantage, but if you don't, it's a disadvantage. You have this ability now to have extra reach in your arm, right? So say your arm is 2 foot long. Between your spine and your shoulder, that's half a foot. So if you don't rotate your body so that the shoulder is involved in the reach, then you miss out on half a foot of reach. And this is why it's so critical for you to be reaching full extension with your strikes, man. And full extension requires you to be from spine to knuckle in as straight a line as you can have it. Now, when you're throwing your straights, see how your shoulder's not even getting, we can't talk about this one here because you're rotating into a body shot, but see your straights here? This is pretty consistent across your straights. See how your shoulder isn't touching your head? Because you need to be rotating more, man. I mean, because you're not rotating enough. Relax your upper body, man. Slouch into your position. Jump onto the, let me know if you haven't received that, the drills, man, and try to get in there and find the stance stuff that I talk about. Now, I know you're a boxer and I'm a Thai boxer, but there seems to be some requirement of education about multiple styles of stances based on what I'm saying with your technique, bro. Okay, so would be small adjustments, but I think that you're at a level now where these small adjustments are going to make all the difference, bro. Okay, so really good, man, really good. Look, thank you so much again for reaching out, bro. Super awesome to review your content. I'll be looking forward to seeing some more as the time goes by. And bro, feel free to keep in touch. Let me know if you have any questions about what I'm talking about. Let's keep the conversation going. Again, apologies for the delay as I got this back to you. I'll be looking forward to continuing our conversation, bro. Let me know where you are, man. How much experience you've had. If you've had some fights, I think you have had probably a lot of fights, maybe depending on where you're at. I mean, which location you're at. Where there's probably a lot of fights around. Maybe. I mean, I know when I was in Thailand, you could get fights every day of the week if you wanted. So yeah, man. Tell me more about you, bro. I'm keen to watch you develop, brother. All right, matey. You have a good one. Talk to you soon. Peace.